Now it's 10 minutes to 9. Good morning. Country music, long been celebrated in the United States, but it's now taking the UK by storm. More Brits than ever are embracing it, with streaming of the genre up by 50% over the past 2 years.
And the latest person to enter the country music scene is singer Beyoncé. She's released her first country album. It's called Cowboy Carter. It dropped in the early hours of this morning. Here's some of it.
Hey, Miss Honeybee, it's Dolly P.
We're joined now by Nashville-based country singer Kirstie Kraus. Hello.
Morning.
Hey, good morning,
Hi.
guys.
We don't get many people waving at the camera. It's really friendly. Thank you.
I thought that would be nice.
It's really lovely. Thank you. What do you make of? Have you heard any of Beyonce's album?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, that's going to be the talk of this couple days, the next week, the next month. She's just probably going to be sitting on all the charts.
Well, OK, explain that to me, because I always... Here's a really kind of maybe naive opinion. If you like music, you make whatever genre of music you like, yeah?
That is exactly my stance.
OK, so why is there this... There is a row brewing around Beyoncé being involved in the genre of country music.
It does make me a little sad. I think every artist should do what music speaks to them. Beyonce's from Texas, so she's representing where she's from. I mean, it's not like she didn't grow up in Texas and hear country music and be influenced by it. She's just evolving as an artist. So why give anybody backlash or shame them for putting out music that they want to?
So what are you hearing in terms of, like, because you'll hear it from all, because you're well in the scene and we're going to talk about your music as well, but what are you hearing from people either in the industry or fans-wise who object to Beyoncé kind of releasing an album like this?
Yeah, I'm based out of Nashville, and so I'm just visiting over here. And what I hear when she released her first 2 singles in anticipation of this album, it was very much like, what, Beyonce's coming over now? Like, what is this? You know, this isn't storytelling. This isn't, like, the right instruments. I've kind of been hearing a spectrum of things. And I have to admit, like, this song, it just is so catchy. So after the initial reaction,
a lot of country music is.
Yeah, but in general, I feel like to the opposite spectrum, people talk about Beyonce and reference Beyonce as literally Queen Bee. Like, so that is universal. So I really don't understand all of the backlash.
Does the industry see this, though, as, you know, a global megastar stepping on your turf? Or actually, you know, in reverse, this is someone bringing a whole new audience to the genre that maybe has never experienced it, never enjoyed it, never really understood country music in the way that you do and your fans do.
Yeah.
That this is opening up to a whole new market.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Beyonce's really smart. There has been a lot of artists that have gone from country to pop, like Taylor Swift, but not as many that go from R&B, soul, or pop to country. So this is a whole movement.
What do you love about it so much, about country music?
What I love about country music is the storytelling nature of it. The lyrics are about our lives.
Is it all heartbreak?
It's not all heartbreak.
Because that is the tradition, isn't it, that you hear, like, oh, don't take my man, or, you know, don't leave me here crying. And
traditional country has definitely, you know, I lost my truck and my dog and my girl, but it's definitely evolved, and there's been a lot of inclusivity happening in country music, which makes me really excited and happy about it. So, yeah.
You know, here in the UK... So we knew Dolly Parton, you know, obviously for decades we've known her music. It hasn't been as... I know, she's Queen, yeah. So it hasn't been as popular in previous decades. But in the last decade, there's been an explosion here. And you've got the Country to Country, C2C in London, and which you're performing at. And honestly, so many people. Are you a country music fan?
Not particularly.
No.
But that's the thing. This is why, you know, my question about opening it up to a whole new...
Absolutely, because so many people, so many of our friends just say, are you going? Or I'm going. I'm like, Really? But it has exploded here. Have you seen that here?
I have noticed. I was at C2C last year as well, performing with my friend Thomas Cavanaugh, who's my duet partner at the time. And so I got to perform again this year, and I have noticed more people at the festival. I've noticed people like Morgan Wallen, Carly Pierce coming over right now and having to expand their dates, having to get bigger venues just because of the demand going up. And like festivals are popping up over here all the time.
How do the fans here compare to fans, say, in the States? What do we do better and what do we need to do better?
I would say people's attention span over here is a little longer, just in general.
We'll take that as a tick.
Yeah,
so when that manifest? Yeah, what does that mean for you as a performer?
So when they're at a show, they're like watching your every breath and move and how you're singing the song. And I feel like they're really trying to take you in as a collective person and as a whole. Where in America, it's a little different. Their attention span is a little shorter, and they want to like just dance or move and like party with you the whole time.
Are we a bit more restrained in this country? Do we sit down more often?
I think you guys are more restrained until later in the night, because some of these honky tonks that I'm playing, it gets a little wild once you have enough drinks in you.
What is a honky tonk? Because I know there was Honky Tonk Man. Mm-hmm. What is honky tonk? So how do you put that in a sentence in the States?
Yeah, it's like a saloon. So a lot of wood would be inside in the venue.
Oh, so you can go drinking in a honky tonk?
Yes.
Upright piano?
And country music is playing, yeah. There could be a B3, like an upright piano,
And is it fair to say we just kind of, because we're sort of getting used to it, we categorise it all as country music. Actually, you can subdivide it into so many different subgenres as well, and that's the important distinction.
Yes, there's the modern country, country pop, country rock, there's a country blues flair. I mean, there's the whole spectrum of country that's happening, and country music is now popular. Like, that is the popular genre right now.
Yeah.
In terms of where this goes, just to go full circle with this conversation with Beyonce, do you think it'll just calm down?
No.
Oh.
I think it's gonna literally be the talk for months. Like, yeah. The fact that Texas Hold'em sat on the charts over here on the country music charts for 4 weeks, is that, it's not gonna, this album is not gonna go away. This is her biggest hit in a while, and so this is gonna be really celebrated. I wouldn't be surprised if she's making appearances at the Opry and stuff like that.
Do you know, it's been a joy talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Well.
Kirstie Kraus is performing in venues across the UK over the coming weeks. Good luck. I hope the crowds live up to, the expectations. I hope they encourage you.
Thank you.
We have the headlines coming up.